Okay, great. We are almost done. So the next thing you want to do is just verify that your grade settings are compatible with the Passback to Infinite Campus on June 8th. This will ensure that all of your letter grades go back and you don't have to hand enter them manually. So there are two things that you want to check. One is making sure that you are using a letter grade scale, not numeric. Remember, numeric is the default, but you should have probably changed that during first semester. But if you didn't or changed back, make sure that you change it to one of those letter grade scales. The other is a little trickier, is that you don't check an option to create an exam as a midterm or final, because what that does is create a third grading period that doesn't calculate into the T2 grade, and that's not what we want. So let me show you what these look like. So for example, in this assignment, I say, hey, this is my semester 2 final exam. You can see that there's a checkbox here that some people accidentally click, and it makes sense. You would say, yes, this is a midterm or final, so I want to click that, but it has unintended consequences. So if I do that, when I go to my grade setup, you will see that I now have an extra assignment down here. So in checking people's grades, we found that they sometimes accidentally click that, and that will mean that this semester 2 final exam doesn't actually calculate as part of the T2 grade, because we're pulling only information in T2. Remember, we're ignoring everything in T1, but that also means we'll ignore the semester 2 final exam. So we definitely don't want that. So if you see something listed here, that will be the name of the assignment. Go back into your grade book, or back into your course rather, and then just uncheck that. And notice now I'll have to reassign what it's part of, and I'll make that my test, and I'll make sure that it's assigned with the right grading period. Once I save that change, I'll be all set, and that will disappear under my grading periods and final weights, and that's great. The other one that you want to check is make sure that your grading scale is not set on numeric. Remember, it has to be set to a letter grade scale, whether that's one of the two that we include already or you've created your own. The requirements is they just have to be A, B, C, D, F. We will strip any pluses or minuses when your grades pass back, so don't worry about taking those out, but that's all you have to do for preparing your grades to make sure they're ready for Infinite Campus Passback. Pat yourself on the back, you're good to go.